5 Best Gaming Monitors in 2022. If you are looking for the best gaming monitors, then you are at right place there. Watch this video till end and subscribe to the channel. We have also put links of products in the description. Make sure you have viewed it once. Let's start the video. Number 1. MSI Oculux NXG253R. Refresh rate, resolution, black levels, panel size, pick 2. That's been the PC monitor buyer's dilemma for several years now, since we collectively realized that yes, playing at a high refresh rate does actually make you better at Counter-Strike. MSI latest panel, bearing the catchy moniker Oculux NXG253R, aims to at least address the most common trade-off in modern gaming panels: refresh rate for color quality. Whereas the majority of high refresh rate panels are VA or TN screens with limited viewing angle and shallow colors, MSI latest is built around an IPS panel with all the inky blacks and rich colors that technology brings with it. Traditionally, IPS has been slower to the party since it's costlier to manufacture high refresh rate panels, but evidently enough of us are sold on 120Hz and beyond. Way beyond, in fact. This is the first 360Hz monitor I've played on, and I must admit to being skeptical about whatever marginal gains I might see in performance. 60Hz to 120Hz is transformative, but 120Hz to 360Hz, surely one's gaming performance doesn't increase exponentially. And don't eyes only see 60 FPS anyway? It turns out that while the performance gain might not exist on a linear curve, 360Hz does look and feel smoother than 120Hz, and the decreased ghosting of any targets in your shooter of choice does make them the bit easier to connect with. If your aspirations for online competition are pretty serious, that's really all you need to know. Enthusiast level, there's still just a sense of pure enjoyment in watching Overwatch or Quake Champions zip along. Anecdotally, I found Vaz out of suit pistol combat the bit easier with frames and refresh rate way up at 300. The game's capped there since my targets were always where my screen told me they were. In similarly frenetic Quake Champions matches, I pulled off Ranger's tricky teleport kill with a bit more ease, too. But something to bear in mind. You still need the GPU to get your frame rate up there in the hundreds in order to feel the benefit of the 360Hz refresh. Number 2. Dell S2722DGM. Much like the mystical ways of the Force, PC gaming is all about balance. There's little point weighting your system too heavily in one direction without paying attention to the whole package. Why bother pairing your RTX 3080 Ti with a 60Hz and down ATIP screen? Likewise, why spend big on a 4K monitor when you're only sporting a Radeon RX 6600? The classic 27-inch Dell S2722DGM marries that screen real estate with a 2560x940 native resolution, which gives you a great pixel pitch for fine detail. And with 904 of a 4-dip, it's also a decent resolution for getting high frame rates without the GPU demands of a 4K display. It's also capable of delivering that resolution at 165Hz, which is appreciated. At Toom's GTG response, it's just a hair behind the 1s and 0.5's ratings of the best IPS panels, so you're covered when it comes to speed. That said, you can find quicker panels if you really want to chase speed. This VA panel does have a high contrast ratio, at least given the technology's inherent strong contrast. Number 3. Gigabyte G27Q. The G27Q proves that you don't need to spend a fortune for a decent IPS down 400 display. At around $330, Gigabyte's 27-inch packs and plenty of sought-after features, but more importantly, it provides rich color and smooth gameplay. As a flat, 27-inch display with a design that wouldn't stand out in an office environment, it looks pretty pedestrian, but it's actually one of the best gaming monitors I've had the pleasure of using. Not only does it have a gorgeous, vibrant IPS panel with 8-bit color with 92% DCI-P3 coverage, it's also HDR capable. As someone who loves visual fidelity, I appreciate this resolution for clarity and performance. Even the humble GTX 1660 Super in my desktop is comfortably driving games at 60 FPS at high settings. If you spend all your time playing CS, Go or Valorant, then the 144Hz refresh could hold you back a bit, but that one's response time sure helps. The Gigabyte G27Q handles gaming with aplomb thanks to adaptive sync via AMD FreeSync Premium. It's also G-Sync compatible, so whether you are Team Green or Red, the G27Q plays nice. I didn't have an AMD GPU to test, but I did use an NVIDIA-powered desktop and laptop. Neither had any problems running games with G-Sync enabled. It's a bit of a plain Jane compared to other more pricey options, but it packs plenty of useful features designed to enhance your gaming pleasure. Number 4. LG 27G950B. 4K gaming is a premium endeavor. You need a colossal amount of rendering power to hit decent frame rates at such a high resolution. But if you're rocking a top-shelf graphics card, like an RTX 3080 opens in new tab or RX 6800 XT opens in new tab, then this dream can be a reality. The LG Ultra Gear is the first 4K nano-IPS gaming monitor with one's response times that'll properly show off your superpowered GPU. Coming in with NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync adaptive refresh compatibility, this slick slim bezel design even offers LG Sphere Lighting 2.0 RGB visual theatrics. And combined with the crazy sharp detail that comes with the 4K pixel grid, that buttery smooth 144Hz is pretty special. While it does suffer from a little characteristic IPS glow, it appears mostly at the screen extremities when you're spying darker game scenes. This isn't an issue most of the time, but the HDR is a little disappointing as, frankly, 16-edge lit local dimming zones do not a true HDR panel make. Number 5. Alienware 34 QD-OLED, a W3423DW. OLED has truly arrived on PC, and in ultra-wide format no less. Alienware's 34 QD-OLED is one of very few gaming monitors to receive such a stellar score from us, and it's no surprise. Dell has nailed the OLED panel on this screen, and it's absolutely gorgeous for PC gaming. Although this monitor isn't perfect, it is dramatically better than any LCD-based monitor by several gaming critical metrics, and it's a genuine thrill to use. What that 34-inch 21:9 panel can deliver in either of its HDR modes, HDR4 True Black or HDR Peak None, is nothing short of exceptional. The 3440x940 native resolution image it produces across the gentle 18-inch error curve is punchy and vibrant. With 99.3% coverage of the demanding DCI-P3 color space and fully 1:9 nits brightness, it makes a good go, though that brightness level can only be achieved on a small portion of the panel. Still, there's so much depth, saturation, and clarity to the in-game image thanks to that per pixel lighting, but this OLED screen needs to be in HDR mode to do its thing, and that applies to SDR content, too. HDR Peak None mode enables the maximum 9-nit performance in small areas of the panel but actually looks less vibrant and punchy most of the time. HDR 400 True Black mode generally gives the best results after you jump into the Windows Display Settings menu and crank the SDR brightness up. It looks much more zingy. That was all from Creative Picks about best gaming monitors in this video. The links of products are given in the description, which are updated for best prices. We will meet in next video. Till then, be careful and goodbye.